Man City just had the worst season in the Pep era. So today I'm taking over City with new transfers like Reindeers and Turkey and trying to win them the treble and make them one of the greatest teams of all time. And so far this season, Man City have made 4 transfers. They have signed the likes of Marcus Bettinelli, Ike Newdy, Tijani Reindeers, and of course, Ryan Turkey. However, as good as this side is, I don't think they're ready to win a treble. But the good thing is we have 250 million to continue to build on that squad. But before we make superstar signings to eventually win the treble in the future, we must make our debut with this Man City team against Leeds. And here comes Ryan Turkey on the ball on his Man City debut, through ball into Philip Foden, who's hoping to have a better season this year. Cuts inside, gives it to Haaland, who finds Omar Marmoush with a finish, and it goes in. We take a 1-0 lead. And Rodri gives it to Tijani Reindeers, who finds Marmoush into Erling Braut Haaland with a finish. It's a beautiful goal, 2-0 up. And here comes Ryan Turkey in the second half, looking to create an opportunity. Sends the ball into Savinho, and Savinho is running down the wing. Cuts inside, gives it into Erling Braut Haaland, who's 1v1 once again with the finesse, and it goes in. 3-0. We're dominating Leeds. And now it's Newdy on the ball, gives it to Rico Lewis. This game is already over, but can we get an extra goal? Ryan Diaz gives it into Ryan Turkey, 1v1 with a finish. He gets a debut. They go 4-0 on our debut with City. The referee blows the whistle. We smashed Leeds United. It's looking good, but remember, it was only Leeds United. But before we make any signings, I will be selling all of these players because Man City have a massive side and we can make a bunch of money, but more importantly, just to clear up wage space and just be able to give more game time to our players. But after selling a couple players, we now have 333 million. Let's get to signing these superstars. And the first player we're bringing in for 91 million is an 84 rated goalkeeper by the name of Diego Costa. We needed him desperately as Ederson is washed. And the second player we are bringing in for 20.5 million plus Jack Grealish, a 79 rated Tino Livramento, who will be the brand new starting right back. And our second to last signing for 25 million is a 79 rated left back in Andrea Cambiaso, because Newdy is the only left back in the side. And the final signing we're making is a big one. For 75 million plus Kyle Walker, we are bringing in Benjamin Sesko. Yes, we have Erling Braut Haaland, but we needed a backup as we converted Marmoush to a left winger. And this is what the brand new side is looking like for this season, as the goal this season is to go ahead and win a domestic double. And we are now in March and we are in the Carabao Cup final against the defending Newcastle. But it's time to kick off this Carabao Cup final. I am playing the second team, which makes things a little bit harder. And the reason I'm doing that is because the Prem title race is getting very close and we cannot get any injuries. And immediately here come Newcastle United. It's Bruno Guimaraes finds Alexander Isak, the best striker in the Premier League, probably behind Haaland. Harvey Barnes with the cross in. Rico Lewis get it out. Gordon with the header. Easy save from Ortega. And now it's Savinho on the ball. Gives it into Claudio Echeverri, who finds Benjamin Sesko. Back into Savinho. And now Savinho's waiting for the run of Sesko. Can he find him? And does he? Yes, he does with the header. But no, is that a penalty? It's gonna be a penalty. And the penalty taker is Benjamin Sesko today. Can he go ahead and put us 1-0 up against Newcastle? Chips it down the middle. Cold ass eyes. Benjamin Sesko makes it 1-0. And now it's Bernardo Silva. Gives it into Nico Gonzalez. Finds Rico Lewis. Savinho on the ball now. Savinho gives it to Sesko. Benjamin Sesko gives it to Claudio Echeverri, who's looking for a goal of his own with a finish. And it goes in. 2-0 up. We've beaten Nick Pope twice already. But here come Newcastle United. Not ready to give up just yet. Ortega with a brilliant save. Newcastle on the corner now. It's a cross in. It's not a cross in from Granit Xhaka. And it's Kieran Trippier on the ball. We're trying to win the ball off here. It's Harvey Barnes with a shot. Great block from Doku. The follow-up Moreno with another great save. But here comes Newcastle. Granit Xhaka gives it to Anthony Gordon. And it's terrible defending from Rico. They get one back. And here comes Alexander Isak. It's Anthony Gordon on the attack versus Manuel Kanji. Isak puts it away. And right before halftime, we have bottled the lead. And now it's Jeremy Doku on the run here. It's still the 36th minute. We can get another goal. Benjamin Sesko with the finish. It goes wide. And now in the second half, it's Alexander Isak. Can Kuzanov catch up to the best striker in the Prem? And no, it's just a brilliant finish. Nobody up out there. Newcastle take the lead for the first time. And now it's Benjamin Sesko on the ball. Gives it back into Savinho. Savinho with a through ball. Back into Benjamin Sesko. Can he get us back into this game? And it's an equalizer right away. 4 minutes after conceding. Let's go Sesko. And now it's Nico Gonzalez on the ball. Picks up the ball in the midfield once again. Gives a through ball into Savinho. And here comes the right wing Brazilian. Gives it to Benjamin Sesko with the finesse. And he gets his hat trick. We take the lead once more. Please don't concede no more. But it's Harvey Barnes on the ball once again. It falls into Guimaraes. Back into Alexander Isak. We can't contain him today. Gordon with a shot. And it goes in. 4-4. What is going on? And after that equalizer, nothing happened. And we're now in a penalty shootout. I'm nervous because a lot of these players in the second team are not that good at penalties. To take the first penalty, it is Callum Wilson for Newcastle as he goes to the left-hand side, and they go 1-0 up. As long as we don't miss, we'll be fine. The captain, Bernardo Silva, to take the next penalty, goes to the bottom left. He secures his penalty. The captain not letting us down, and now it's Anthony Gordon to take the next penalty as he goes to the left-hand side, and Ortega cannot get a hand to it, sadly. And now Benjamin Sesko scored a hat-trick today. Please do not miss your penalty. Top right bangs it in. Not worried about him whatsoever. And now it's Sandro Tonali up next for Newcastle United. Goes to the right. Ortega cannot get to the ball. He guesses right. Savinho to take the next penalty as he goes straight down the middle, and it goes in 3-3. We're doing just fine. And now Bruki managed to take the next penalty as he goes to the left, and it's 4-3 to Newcastle. And up next is Nico Gonzalez. Can he go ahead and put this one away? Goes to the top left, and it hits the post. No, a little bit too powerful. And now, if Kieran Trippier puts this away, we miss out on the Carabao Cup. He goes down the middle, and it goes in. Newcastle have won the Carabao Cup in back-to-back years. And Dan Burn lifts the Carabao Cup for Newcastle. Now that means we have to win the FA Cup at the end of the season. And after that loss in the Carabao, we are still in the FA Cup as we face Everton up next. However, I'm more focused on the Premier League race as we are only sitting 1 point above Arsenal and tied with points with Liverpool as there are next 2 games. If it could be both Liverpool and Arsenal, the Premier League should be ours. But up first in the Etihad, we do have the bottle jobs in Arsenal as Haaland is suspended. I hope Sesko can fill in that gap so we can knock out Arsenal out of the title race. If you want to start your career mode in the new season with new kits and new transfers, check out Road Kits Mods in the link in the description. But here come Arsenal on the first attack. Declan Rice gives it to Gabriel Martinelli. It falls into Trossard and Diego Costa with a brilliant save. And now here come Arsenal. Kieran Tierney with the cross in. Diego Costa picks it up. Can we go on this counter attack here? Diego Costa gives it to Tino Livramento, who finds Benjamin Sesko. And here comes Sesko coming in for the suspended Erling Haaland. Is he faster? Yes, he is. It's still Benjamin Sesko. Can he score? No, Declan Rice gets to it. Come on. And now it's Rodri. Gives it to Omar Marmoush, who finds Ryan Cherki with the finish. It's saved by Ryan Foden with the follow-up. It's blocked. And now it's Philip Foden on the ball. Cuts inside. Gets rid of one. Gets rid of a second. Through ball into Ryan Cherki. Here comes the young genius here. It's still Ryan Cherki. 1v1 with the finish. No, I should have passed it to Sesko, man. But here comes Martin Odegaard on the attack for Arsenal once again. Gives it into Martinelli, and it goes in. I try to block Odegaard's shots, but he just passes it instead. And here come Arsenal once again. Martinelli finds Leandro Trossard, gets rid of Ruben Diaz. Bukayo Saka, 1v1. Great tackle from Gavardio. Let's go on this counter. Rangers gives it to Ryan. Ryan Cherki, the young genius here. Through ball once again into Benjamin Sesko. Please don't let us down this time, Sesko. Sesko with the finesse, and it goes wide. Come on, Sesko. And now in the second half, here comes Ryan Cherki. We're still 1-0 down. It falls into Benjamin Sesko on his right foot once again. This time he finishes it. Let's go. Benjamin Sesko makes it 1-1, but we need to win this game. But here come Arsenal. Great interception by Gavardio. He loses it though, and now it's down to Trossard. Ruben Diaz, what are you doing, man? Mistake after mistake from this man. It's a penalty. And stepping up to take it is King Bukayo Saka as he goes to the left-hand side. We're 2-1 down. This is not good, man. And now Savinho picks up the ball, who came in as a sub for Foden. It's back into Ryan Cherki. Ryan Cherki with a through ball into Savinho, running down the wing, crosses it in into Sesko, and immediately makes his impact. Sesko makes it 2-2. And now it's to Johnny Reindeers, 83rd minute. We need a goal now. Marmoush has a through ball into Benjamin Sesko. Cuts back, gives it to Marmoush. Marmoush into Savinho, and the super sub Savinho has maybe potentially won us the Premier League title here. We needed this win. Let's go. And the referee blows the whistle. We knock out Arsenal to the title race. But up next, it's Liverpool. And now it's Salah on the ball, gives it back into Cody Gakpo. Gakpo with a shot, and it goes wide. But now it's Milos Kerkez on the attack. Where is Tino Livramento? He stepped up a little bit too much. It's Cody Gakpo looking for a shot. Diaz goes with a tackle. Costa with a brilliant save. And now it's to Johnny Reindeers on the ball, gives it into Omar Marmoush, who finds Ryan Cherki. And Ryan Cherki's looking to create something. The little genius himself gives it to Erling Braut Haaland. I think that was meant for Omar Marmoush, but Haaland finishes it from there. Alisson with a brilliant save. And now Rodri to take this corner, gives it to Ainudi instead. Ainudi's gonna whip it in with his left foot. It falls into Ruben Diaz. Can he create something here? Gives it to Ryan. Cherki with a finish. Alisson with a brilliant save. And now it's Phil Foden on the ball. Gives it to Erling Braut Haaland. Takes a touch. Has a finish. And this time it goes in. A 1-0 lead. Let's go, Haaland. And now it's Omar Marmoush finds Phil Foden, who finds Ryan Cherki with a goal. No, it hits the post. I thought it went in. And now it's Omar Marmoush on the ball. Gives it to Ryan Cherki in the second half. Can we make a 2-0 lead here? Haaland lays it off into Philip Foden. And no, Alisson with a brilliant save. And now there's a corner to be taken here. Philip Foden crosses it in. He finds Rodri with a bicycle kick. It falls into Marmoush's header. Alisson with another save. And now it's Cody Gakpo on the ball. Gives the ball into Luis Diaz, looking to equalize, and he does. After all the work we put in, Liverpool have just gone and equalized it. And now it's Savinho in the 79th minute. We need a goal. I see Benjamin Sesko making a run, and it goes through him brilliantly. The substitution for Haaland, 1v1 with the finish, and it goes in. 81st minute. The Premier League title could be ours because of Savinho's pass and Sesko's goal. And the referee blows the whistle. We pick up the victory. And there's only 2 games left to play, and I'm pretty sure the Premier League title is ours. But before we find out if we're Premier League champions, we have Liverpool and the FA Cup final. And as the FA Cup final is set to kick off, I'll go for the controversial decision of playing the second team once again because they need to redeem themselves after that penalty shootout loss to Newcastle. And if you guys have enjoyed this video so far, make sure to subscribe. We're trying to get a 500k by 2026. But this time around, the FA Cup final was boring. That means the second team once again is in a penalty shootout. They have to win this time around. And stepping up to take the first penalty is Mohamed Salah. Come on, Ortega, you need to shine today. And he hits the first save. That is amazing. Bernardo Silva to take the next penalty. Goes to the bottom left, and it goes in. We have a surprising lead here. Matt Summers for Liverpool up next to take it. Goes to the down the middle, and it goes in. No surprise that he scores there. Benjamin Sesko to take the next penalty here as he goes to the bottom right, and he bangs it in. Mamarashvili almost gets to it though. And now Florian Wirtz, the most expensive signing in Liverpool history, goes to the left, and he puts it away. But we still have a 1-goal lead here. It's Savinho to take the next penalty. He has been a super sub this season, and he puts it away. 3-2. We're still in the lead. Cody Gakpo to take the next penalty here. Goes, and he skies it. And now, if Nico Gonzalez scores this, we will be FA Cup champions, and the second team would have redeemed themselves. And no, it's saved. If Luis Diaz scores this penalty, they're still in it. Come on, Ortega, we need you to save this. He goes to the left, and no. Now we have to score this in order to win. Jeremy Doku isn't the best finisher in the world. Jeremy Doku goes to the left-hand side, and he puts it away. We're winning the FA Cup. And Bernardo Silva lifts the FA Cup trophy. We have secured one of the trophies that we need for the domestic double. The question is, did we secure the Premier League? And yes, we have done it. The Premier League title has been secured as Haaland is the player of the season. And in the team of the season, we get Haaland, Rodri, Reindeers, Ruben Diaz, and Livramento. And of course, who else was going to win the Golden Boot? And this is what the squad is looking like at the end of the season. It's absolutely incredible. Other than our fullbacks, our entire starting 11 is above an 85 overall. But even our young players on the bench are all growing as well. And here are the stats for the season. 53 goals and 3 assists for Haaland, 30 and 6 for Omar Marmoush, 13 and 12 for Phil Foden, 11 and 1 for Sesko. He didn't get many games. 9 and 19 for Reindeers, 8 and 10 for Savinho, and 7 and 26 for Rodri. He was kind of an assist merchant this year. 6 and 3 for Ainudi, and Ryan Cherky kind of had a disappointing output season this year. To kick off season number 2, we have 291 million to spend. I have 2 transfers in mind that I think could help us win the treble. And the first player I am bringing in for 140 million is an 87 overall Rodrigo. But he will be starting on the left wing over Omar Marmoush, one of the most underrated players in the world. I know he can help us deliver a treble. And our second and last signing is an 88 overall Paul Kubarsi. For 130 million, we cannot have Ruben Diaz making mistake after mistake if we want to win the treble. And this is what the brand new side is looking like, as the goal this season is obviously to win a treble. And in terms of the group stages, we finished in first place undefeated. So that means in the round of 16, we will be facing Borussia Dortmund, the bottle jobs. And as per usual, we simulate the first leg. Let's see how it goes. Can we get a good victory here? And it's a 2-0 victory. And now it's time for the second leg. I'm taking a risk at Siminet. We are 2 goals up. We are at home. Even though Foden is suspended, we draw 1-1. We're going to the quarters. However, before we move on to the quarters, we have Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. We must win this because we are no longer in the FA Cup. But it's time for the Carabao Cup final. Our first team is playing tonight because we have to win this game. Ainudi picks up the ball, gives it to Tijani Reindeers, Ryan Cherky into Rodrigo. And here comes Rodrigo, gives it into Ainudi. Ainudi finds Ryan Cherky. Ryan Cherky gives it to Rodrigo. Rodrigo lays it up into Erling Braut Haaland, and it goes in. There we go. 1-0 immediately against Liverpool. But now it's Kubarsi on the ball, gives it to Reindeers. Reindeers finds Rodrigo. Rodrigo gives it into Ryan Cherky through ball into Erling Haaland once again with an easy finish. We're destroying Liverpool in the first half. Ryan Cherky picks up the ball in the midfield again, gives it to Philip Foden, and here come Manchester City. One more goal like I mentioned before, and this game is over. Philip Foden cuts inside, finesse, it's over. 78th minute, 3-0. We're winning the Carabao Cup. And Rodri lifts the Carabao Cup. That is 1 out of 3 trophies we need to win this season. And in the quarterfinals, we have Aston Villa. This should be an easy victory here. Let's see how the first leg goes. And it's a 1-0 loss. We're going to have to come back in the second leg. And now we are in the Etihad Stadium. We need a huge victory because somehow Aston Villa didn't let us score a goal with our amazing attack. And now it's Josko Gavardio on the ball, gives it into Phil Foden. We need to go ASAP to get momentum. It falls into Cherky, and already 7 minutes in, we get a goal back. We've equalized the tie. And now here come Aston Villa. Ollie Watkins gives it to Jacob Ramsey, and 3 minutes after we scored, they have put another one in. We're back chasing the game. And here come Aston Villa. Jadon Sancho with a shot. How is this happening? 18 minutes in, and we're 3-1 down in aggregate. We scored in the 7th minute. This is not good at all. Tino Livramento on the ball in the second half. We need 2 goals. We're chasing this game right now. Rodri with a through ball. Haaland. It falls into Rodrigo. Gives it to Philip Foden. No, Emi Martinez with a brilliant save. Erling Haaland picks it up again though. Gives it to Tijani Rangers. It falls into Rodrigo. What a finish from Rodrigo. Let's go. It's 3-2 in aggregate now. One more goal to equalize. Aston Villa have a free kick now. There's no way Roger scores this. Okay, he fixed it. And now Tony Watkins with a shot that goes wide. We're fine. And now Savinho gives it to Rodri. We're looking for a goal here. We brought in some substitutes. Cherky sends a through ball into Savinho. Can he do it like he always does? I know it goes wide, but that's brilliant from him so far. But here come Aston Villa's Barencha. Great tackle from Livramento. And now it's Rodrigo on the ball. Gives it to Ryan Cherky. I see Savinho making a run. Can the super sub do it again? He did it last season. Can he do it again? Savinho comes back. Gives it to Benjamin Sesko with the finish. And it goes in. 81st minute. We've equalized the tie. 9 minutes left to go. Can we somehow get a winner as well? Daniel Malen gives it to Barencha, who finds Morgan Rogers. Barencha gives it into Colomuani. Randall Colomuani. Great save from Costa, keeping us in this game. And now it's a through ball all the way to Savinho. He wins the header. Gives it to Sesko. Sesko gives it to Savinho. He's been incredible since coming on. Savinho through ball into Ryan Cherky with the finish. It goes in with 3 minutes left to go. We're going to the UCL final, and it's all because of Savinho. And the whistle is blown. We're going to the semi. Savinho is the hero once again. And in the semifinals, we have Napoli. We cannot write off anybody because Aston Villa beat us in the last round. We barely got through as the first leg is a 2-0 loss. Another comeback has to be made. Now in the second leg, Rodrigo picks up the ball, gives it to Rodri, who finds Philip Foden. Phil Foden gives it into Rodrigo. Can we get a goal back already? Merit with a brilliant save. But here come Napoli on the attack. It's Politano. Gives it into Victor Osimhen. Somehow still playing for the club. Osimhen is 1v1 against Costa. And it goes in. We're now 3-0 down. And here come Napoli straight after scoring. They're looking for a 4th goal here. We cannot concede a 4th. Osimhen, Kaya, into David Neres. David Neres, Gavardio, Politano. 4-0 down. What is going on? Now it's Philip Foden on the ball. Gives it into Ryan Cherky. And here comes Man City. We need to score 4 goals at least. Haaland gives it into Rodrigo. Rodrigo with the finish. And it goes in. There is one. That's the momentum we needed. And now it's Rodrigo on the ball. Gives it to Erling Braut Haaland in the second half. Rodrigo is back on the ball. Cuts inside. Looking for a finesse. And it goes in. Horrible goalkeeping from Alex Merritt. Come on. 2 more goals. This is still possible. But here come Napoli. It's David Neres. Gives it into Osimhen. It falls into Politano. 5-2. I think this is over. There's no chance we come back. And now it's Rodrigo on the ball. Gives it to Erling Haaland. There's still time. Maybe. Rodrigo gives it to Savinho, who gives it to Erling Haaland. 1v1. Finish. It goes in. Come on. We need the nastiest comeback of all time right now. And now 4 minutes after scoring, Edge Erling Haaland gives it into Ryan Cherky. Through ball all the way to Savinho, who's come in as a substitution because we need him. Savinho gives it to Rodrigo. Rodrigo cuts back inside. Gives it to Savinho. Savinho, I don't want to mess up here. Gives it to Rodrigo with the finish. It goes in. 5-4. 10 minutes left to go. One more is all we need. And now Rodrigo wins the ball back here, gives it all the way into Haaland. Haaland finds Ryan Cherky. Cherky does see Savinho. Savinho cuts inside. He gets rid of the defender. The legs, no. And now Haaland finds Rodri, who finds Rodrigo. Gives it to Savinho. Savinho gets rid of the legs, and it goes in. 5 minutes left to go. We have actually done it. The last 10 minutes have been incredible. And now an extra time. 4 minutes left to go to the first half is over. Rodri receives the ball, gives it into Rodrigo, who finds Ryan Cherky. Gives it to Savinho. Savinho beats the defender. He gives it away. It's still Savinho with a finish. It might be over. 6-5 for the first time in this entire tie. We're leading. Savinho does it again, man. And now in the second half of extra time, Rodrigo gives it into Ryan Cherky, who finds Benjamin Sesko. 1v1 to finish out this game. It's all over. We're going to the UCL final. And just a heads up, the Premier League was won again, and it wasn't even close. As the player of the season goes to Haaland once again, the team of the season is filled with Haaland, Reindeers, Rodrigo, and Kubarsi. As we won by a total of 40 points, it was way too easy. So that means all we have to do is beat PSG in the UCL final, and we will be treble winners once again. And these could be the final stats of the video. 44-3 for Erling Haaland, 32-8 for Rodrigo, brilliant signing. 18-7 for Phil Foden, 17-18 for Turkey, way better than last. 10-16 for Rodri, 10-6 for Savinho, all of them have been important. 8-1 for Benjamin Sesko, and 6-21 for Reindeers. And this is the squad we will be using in the UCL final. Savinho is coming on because he deserves to start in this game. But everybody is looking absolutely amazing. There's no way we don't beat PSG. But the question now is, can we make Man City into one of the greatest teams of all time by winning the treble again? But here come PSG to kick off this UCL final. It's Achraf Hakimi on the attack with a shot. Diego Costa, brilliant from him. PSG do now have a corner. It seems like they're gonna play it short. Kvaratskhelia gives it to Ethan Nwaneri. Ethan Nwaneri gives it back to Kvaratskhelia with the cross in. It falls into Vitinha. Can we win the ball here? Pacho, yes. Let's go on the counter. This is perfect right here. Here comes Rodrigo on the ball. Rodrigo sends a through ball into Erling Braut Haaland. He's through on goal. He cannot screw this up. Erling Braut Haaland, the best striker in the world. It goes in. 1-0. PSG messed up, man. And now Rodri gives it into Ryan Cherky. I see an open space, but I give it to Savinho instead because he's been more brilliant throughout the season. Savinho is 1v1 with the finish. And it goes in. 2-0 before halftime. Let's go. And now Rodrigo picks up the ball, gives it to Haaland, who finds Ryan Cherky. Cherky sends the ball back to Haaland, who gives it into Savinho. 1v1. And it goes wide. Savinho could have ended the game there. And we are now in the second half. We need to secure this victory. Tijani Rangers gives it to Cherky, who finds Savinho. Savinho's on the ball again. Through ball into Erling Braut Haaland. I meant to give it to Cherky, but it goes in anyways. 3-0. We might be triple and UCL winners. And now Ryan Cherky picks up the ball, sends a through ball into Savinho. End up this game, make it 4-0. He does it again. This kid is absolutely incredible. 10 minutes left to go, but I'm not done with PSG. Savinho gives it into Cherky, who gives it back into Savinho. Can we embarrass them? Can we make it 5-0? It's Savinho. It's not going to be selfish. He gives it to Haaland. It's all over. 5-0, just like PSG did to Inter Milan. And Rodri lifts the Champions League. We have done it. Man City have completed the treble, as we have made Man City one of the greatest teams of all time using only their new transfers. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to click on the screen to find out how I saved Inter Miami and won them the Champions League.